How to Make Your Own Podcast. Presented by Jeff Christie and Amelia Michael at We Belong Here, Rhode Island's 2024 Statewide Self-Advocacy Conference. This is the Fun Facts Podcast, produced by Jeff Christie and Amelia Michael.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Amelia.
Welcome to the Fun Facts Podcast.
Jeff, why do you want to do a podcast?
Because I have stories that I have thoughts about, and things are happening that I really want people to know my feelings about. And it's not all political stuff. I mean, you can get that anywhere. It's just things that I might be going through that other people aren't aware of. I want people to share those things, or things that I feel that are happening now that should be different, and I want people to know what they are. Those kinds of things.
Is there an example of that you want to share?
Buildings that are not accessible that should be, especially buildings here. Buildings in this state, buildings in Rhode Island. People might live in other states, might not know what's not accessible around here.
Yeah. What's an example of a building that's accessible?
Like the State House. We didn't go to the State House a lot, and there was a guy who was in a wheelchair, and the State House isn't accessible for him.
Really?
Or it wasn't accessible for him. He spoke up about it. Unfortunately, nothing has been done to fix that. We had a voting coalition.
And he was able to get into the State House.
No, because there were stairs. He was in a wheelchair, all that. He was actually quadriplegic.
What is self-advocacy?
Self-advocacy is working together, speaking up for yourself, and things along those lines, and teaching other people how to speak up for yourself.
And why is that important?
Then you can get things done that you want to get done, and that you feel is your passion, whatever that might be, whatever you don't like. If there's something that's happening, say it's no accessibility, but you can testify, you can have bill passed that there's more accessible buildings or something like that. I'm just giving one of my most popular, examples.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And how did you yourself personally get into this?
So I was with somebody, and we just looked up Advocates in Action. It's a statewide organization. And we went up to meet with the people that are part of it. And I've known at least 3 of them for a long time. One of them retired. One of them just left. One died, and the other 2, we've been together for years, 20 plus years.
Wow. And what type of work do you guys do?
Different now from when we started. We're doing a lot of things that the state as us do. It's a lot about things, how to self-direct your services and things, teaching people things like that. And self-direct is you're your own boss, that kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You hire people to work with you. One of the people says that we're not technically a self-advocacy group, which I still don't understand, but I don't really. On our board, we have people who originate from local groups, and local groups are basically your own groups, that you represent your own groups when you're on our board.
Yeah. So you can advocate for yourself.
Correct.
Yeah. Are there things that you're especially proud of having accomplished or having done in this vein?
I'm proud that I got to be involved in the voting, the voting coalition that I did for about 6 years.
Yeah, tell me about that.
It was called the Rhode Island Disability Vote Project. It was, I want to say, 29, maybe more, that state agencies that participated in it.
Wow.
And it went well. Everything was fine until we wanted to encourage people with disabilities that they are able to vote. And we had committees. We had a governing board that I participated in. And we had voter registration drives, I remember. And everything was good. Everything was fine until the budget cuts forced it to end.
Mm-hmm. When was that?
2012. So now we present at our conference.
What's a story from your voting project work?
So I didn't know that there were no closed captioning for political ads for the deaf. So we worked with I believe it was either a congressman or a state rep to get those to make those things happen. And we had a presentation at the Crown Plaza and in Rhode Island, and we got a plaque. We received a plaque for making this happen, and now I guess there are closed captioning ads for the deaf.
Cool. That's awesome. What are some of your favorite types of podcasts to listen to?
I love history, and I loved learning about the Mongols.
What are some favorite fun facts about the Mongols?
Well, Genghis Khan killed his half-brother.
Mm-hmm.
And he invaded China.
Yeah. Those are some good fun facts. Jeff, what is a favorite fun fact about yourself?
Well, I like to try new things. It can be food. It can be anything at all. Although I never liked cheese, because one time I had cheese and a piece of cheese my brother gave me and I gagged on it. So I'm very weird with cheese, but I love to try just anything. It doesn't matter what it is. If I haven't done it before, I'll do it.
That's a very good attitude. What is a favorite new food that you tried recently? I'm guessing not cheese.
No, although I've gotten better with it. But recently, Indian food. Actually, I tried Indian food on a trip.
Yeah? Where were you on a trip to?
St. Louis.
Cool.
That was in 2007. We went to an Indian restaurant, and I had goat curry. But then I had another Indian food last year.
Uh-huh. What did you get there? Another
It was some kind of a curry. It was some kind of a curry.
That's cool. And you liked it?
I like that too.
Nice. All right. So, Jeff, you previously wrote a book about yourself. Why did you decide to write a book?
I wanted to tell my story of what happened throughout my life, because it was a very tough one. And I collaborated with another student from Brown to write this book. I wanted to let people know that it was a collaboration between me and another Brown student.
Mm-hmm. And what was it like writing the book?
It was a very good experience to do that. I had to tell her what to write, so that as much as I could remember, going that far back, because it's very, very tough doing that when you're thinking that far back.
Yeah. What is a favorite story from your book?
A favorite story of my book, if I had to pick one, it would be how I learned in school.
So tell me about how you learned in school.
I had all my books in Braille, they had me braille things. They put me in a corner so I could braille so that the kids wouldn't be disturbed. I had a one-on-one teacher from time to time so that we could do things at our own time so I could understand things more.
What was your favorite thing to learn when you were in school?
I liked learning Spanish in high school, but I don't remember about elementary or junior high. Oh, actually, I liked learning science.
Mm-hmm. Was it the same system all the way through elementary through high school, or did it change?
I believe it was the same system. I know in high school they had me braille, had me in the corner, so I could, no one else would be disturbed.
Did you like that, or was that kind of annoying being off in the corner?
It didn't bother me. And I left 5 minutes early to go to, so I wouldn't get bumped.
That makes sense. What did you do after high school?
I went to college for a year, but it didn't work out for me.
Yeah.
I went to CCRI.
Did you like it?
I did like it. I had to repeat the first semester in the second semester because I didn't do everything correctly or anything correctly.
That makes sense. But that's cool that you got through that.
Of course, I wanted to do radio, but CCRI didn't have that kind of class.
That was what you wanted to do when you were there?
Well, after high school, I said my goal was I wanted to get into radio.
Oh, that's so cool. But CCRI didn't have that.
No. And then I didn't know URI had a class until I listened to someone who went to URI. And then I eventually met her, which is in the book.
Cool.
We hope you learned a lot on the Fun Facts podcast. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Jeff and Amelia. Visit our conference website to download the Fun Facts podcast and view other workshop recordings at www.advocatesinaction.org/2024SACONF. Produced by Advocates in Action, Rhode Island, 2024. Remember, nothing about us without us.